Okay, let's get those front, lower. Let's see, these are the rear pivot bolt nuts, and they got to be 135. Rear pivot nuts. 135 foot-pounds on that. Make sure your bolt head's facing the ground, and then your nut is on the top. Let's get that started up. The 21s. Lock you up. Okay. Where's my? I know. Where's my? Ouch! Oh, my nice bow. My bow nut. Bow adapter. Kits. Where are they? This is one of those things you can use your bow nut torquer, so you know you're not going to over torque it. Let's see, 180, 75, 100 foot-pounds, 110, 120, 130. That'd be the brown one. Cool. Didn't even think about that. Didn't think about it a second ago. This will keep it from going. Keep the torque on that from going over a certain amount. I got this up to 130. It needs to be 135. We'll do that with the torque wrench. Didn't even think about it a minute ago. If you're doing bolts, normally you're buying that for just their lug nuts. And they didn't have the one for the lug nuts, but that's great because that's an extension bar. And it'll keep you from over torquing. Then you come back with your torque wrench. A little bit under it. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're done with that. Right. Out here. Short. Deep. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so we're good in the water till I get Mr. power steering rack in there. Okay, decided while I was here, I got plenty of time. I'm gonna pop the shaft out of here. Whoop! Oh, I guess I'm not. Crap. Don't have my thing over there. My pan. Nuts. I think I was gonna get Giro out of there, but I am. Oh no. Not good. Yes, I am, huh? Get my hand under there. Anyway, right here, I could go ahead and change out my drive shaft real quick. I got the new one when I went down to Wilbert's. Do that really, really quick. Pop that one back in. Gotta use, get in here, pop it out. Lose a little bit of gear off. What are you doing? Make sure that's clean. Okay, let's go with it. Okay, one out. Right back in. Sliding in there nicely. Fucking screwing me up. I hope things just slide right in there like it should. Not lining up right here. Come on. Doesn't help, I can't. Out of the way. Momentarily. Better? There she goes. All right. That took a little bit. Okay, good. Wish I should talk about a mask. I'm all over the place. Dadgummit! Ah! Alright. Didn't do any damage to the seal there, but I don't think so. And I'm not wearing, because I'm not wearing any rubber gloves. And drive shaft swapped. Yeah. Now, stick that back in. I've got a bad bearing on one of these from what I understand, so I gotta figure out which one that is. I still had a few more minutes before I gotta get ready for work. But I decided to go ahead and I popped the brake calipers motors off because the guy that I got it from said it had a bad bearing. So by doing that, you need to make sure you pull everything off so you got freewheeling of the bearing. And as I can see, this is not loose, and it's got a little bit of resistance forward and back. So that means, as far as I'm concerned, that's a good bearing. You don't want it wiggly, and you don't want it dry. So I did the exact same thing to this one, and then checked it out. Now you're gonna have to take it. You have to pop your drive shaft out of the way to do it. So you gotta pop that off at 32, and then do the exact same thing. Wiggle back. There's resistance, and there's no play in that bearing. So it's telling me I got a good bearing. So that's a positive. I think they thought it had a bad bearing because it does have all kinds of anti-skid issues, and then again, it could be in the bearing. I'm not sure exactly whether there's magnetic pickups in that bearing. I don't know. I'll have to do a little more troubleshooting, or it just could have a bad pickup. There could be stuff stuck underneath, so it's not picking up the bearing signal. I don't know. Okay, so that's where we're at on that. I decided to go ahead and do that while I was here. All kinds of stuff when you're trying to rehab a vehicle. Frame isn't too bad, so and the motor runs. So and the electric cars coming out, they're all electric, so you're going to be dealing with basically suspension for those that can do it. Changing out components is basically going to be a dealer type thing until you get around to figuring out how to plug in the computer, get you a computer so you can plug it into the electronic system, and it'll tell you what's going on. But you're never going to get away from suspension. You're always going to have suspension. You're going to have probably magnet brakes. You're still going to have your drive shafts. You're still going to have sway bars. still gonna have bearings, you're still gonna have all this stuff. So you're never gonna get away from this, even though we go to full electric vehicles. You'll get away from exhaust. You don't have to worry about exhaust anymore, but you're still gonna have springs and struts, and you're gonna have drive shafts, and you're just not gonna get away from your suspension work. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, definitely share. Catch you on the next Crosby's Garage.